September, friends. I look forward to this every year. And I think it's because you're learning lessons from people that have already learned those lessons themselves. They actually learned this on the job. They took note of it. This is what's working. This is what's not working. This is a lesson I learned about myself. This is something that I found out in the journey to Diamond. And they're passing that information on to each of us. I mean, what's not to love about that? So I'm so excited today to talk to you about something that I cannot believe that we get the honor of doing. My name is Jennifer Leith. I'm a diamond ambassador with Plexus. I've been a diamond for 6 years now. And I wouldn't say that I figured it all out, but I will say that there is something so unbelievable that's part of this job description that I just love. And I am just honored and humbled that we get to do this for people. And it is helping people to believe in themselves. If we become a champion for people, that actually completely changes every bit of what this business looks like. Because, of course, we want to get them started on products. I want them to love the products. I want them to have great results with the products. I want them to make extra money. I know how much it helps families. It helped my family. It's helping your family. But you know what? I really want them to stop living small. I really want them to start to have some self worth and some belief that they actually can accomplish these big, scary dreams that they've probably never said out loud to anyone else. So I want you today to start thinking about becoming a champion for your people. So let's start here. If you're going to help somebody have belief in themselves, it's probably a good idea for you to have belief in yourself. And that's hard. Maybe you hear that and think, I think I have belief in myself, or at least I'm willing to learn. And if that's the case, great. So, how do you learn how to have belief in yourself? Well, I'll tell you this, until you risk, until you do the scary things, it's really hard for you to know that you are an overcomer, that you are able to survive any hard thing. So, I would encourage you to do some really hard, scary things. Another thing I would have you do is surround yourself with people that do believe in themselves. And when they don't, they say the right thing, they do the right thing, they work hard to redevelop that belief in themselves. Lucky for me, I've got an amazing friend named Alita, and I have watched her work on all parts of her personal growth, her personal development. And she's done such a job that I cannot help but be so influenced, so encouraged. Feels like any person she shares plexus with now, it's almost like a different result because her belief and her confidence is so strong. The time that she spent trying to understand herself, trying to really grasp her self worth, it's inspiring and it really has made a difference. So don't call her up. She's my friend. She's my inner circle. You find somebody, surround yourself with someone that really does have that belief. Now, once you've got that going for you, and we're all going to struggle. Who wouldn't struggle? But you're going to work on your belief because you know the stronger that is, the more you're going to be able to help someone else to become a champion for your people. What do I mean by that? So, someone comes along, they're going to try the products. They're going to hear about adding three and making a bonus. We're going to do our job as ambassadors. But what if we go one step further? What if we do cheer them on with their works? We recognize them. Good job. You're taking your products consistently. Way to go. You shared with your neighbor. You signed up your first person. Recognition is huge. We know that. We know that that's such a key and free part of our business. But what if you actually help someone discover that they're not just about their works? They're about their worth. What if you sought to understand someone? What if you asked them questions that no one had ever asked them before? How many times do you have someone come to you and say, "Hey, tell me your biggest fear?" And you actually sat and had someone listen to you, share your answer. Because I don't know about you, but a lot of times, I'm just being honest here, you get in a conversation and someone says something and you think, ooh, me. I'm going to tell you how that relates to me. You want to share, oh, that reminds me of a time about me. And oh, by the way, P.S., me, and some more me. That's easy to get into that. Maybe you think you're being relatable, or maybe you want to make sure that you are having this person in this great conversation and they're like, wow, what a great conversationalist. No, they want to talk about them. And that is our honor. to get to be able to ask these questions. What are your fears? What are your biggest dreams? Tell me some things that you've done in your life. Tell me about your family. The more that we listen, the more that we seek to understand, that person starts to develop trust. And when they have that trust and when they feel listened to, then we're able to be able to have belief in them and teach them how to have belief in themselves. Having belief in yourself is actually unbelievable with the science behind it. There's a book called The Biology of Belief. In this book about the biology of belief, it talks about how when you believe in yourself, it actually turns genes on in your body. Genes are on your DNA. And when those genes get turned on, you actually have more success. When you believe in yourself, success is more likely, more inevitable. Success is higher just because of the belief, not because of the skill set. What a relief, right? There are tools, we have them all over the place. We have everything that we would ever need to build a business. But if you're looking at all these tools, if you have your tool belt and you have no belief, it's a halfway effort. That belief is the key. It's what switches it on. It's what catapults you to that further level of success. You're watching me right now and you're thinking, but Jennifer, I've made my list and I've made my first post and it's not moving forward and I'm doing things. I really want the success. I really want to help my family. I really want to make a difference. I really want to feel like I'm accomplishing something. Whatever that is that your hopes and your dreams are, and you're wondering what in the world is holding me back, you got to ask yourself, do you actually believe that you can do it? Because there are so many things that I struggle with belief. One of those is I signed up for a hot chocolate run. Of course I did. It's in February and you run a 3 mile, I think it's 5Ks. I don't actually know what any of that means, but I signed up for it. And I'm supposed to run this thing, but with the promise of Godiva hot chocolate at the end. So that made it a lot more bearable. But I'm gonna be honest, I really don't believe that I can. I really don't. And even saying it out loud, I think, Jen, why would you even admit that you don't believe that you can? But here's what I know: if I believe that I can, I will. So, how do I develop that belief? Well, first of all, I'm starting to practice. I'm starting to practice. Today, I ran a minute and I walked a minute, and I ran a minute and I walked a minute. And I really didn't enjoy it. But I also said, Jen, you ran a minute. Now, maybe some of you are avid runners and you're like, sister, a minute. But guess what? A minute for me is like 50 minutes for the average person. I did it. And I'm starting to work that muscle, getting muscle memory saying, she can do it. You did a minute, try two. Now try three. So maybe for you, it's you asked a question and then you listened, or you reached out, or you had that hard conversation, or you made a post, whatever that is that's starting to develop in you, those bones, those muscles, that strong foundation of, I can do it. I believe I can. Now, I'm going to make this about kids because that is for me where I realize what it means to be a champion for people. So I know for my kids, if they say to me, I can't do it, or if they tell me I did a terrible job, I'm terrible at singing, or I'm horrible with the piano, or I'm not any good at soccer, the first thing that happens is it hurts me. It hurts me so badly because I believe so much in them. I believe that they can do anything. I believe everything is possible. I believe that they're talented and gifted. And I want them to know that they can accomplish everything. And even if they make mistakes, that's okay. Keep going. I would never let them give up on themselves. I'm the mom that when they stand on the side of the pool and they're like, I'm scared, it's like deep water, I push them. I push them into the water because I want them to know that they can and that there's greatness when they do. How much fun is it to be able to go swim with your friends instead of standing on the side having a massive anxiety attack? No, thank you. I will push my children. So let's make this about your business. Someone joins your business and you're worried, you're scared to push them to make that post. You're worried to ask them to do a messenger chat event. Maybe you're scared to talk to them about adding three and you don't want them to think it's all about the money and, oh, I'm just using them to make money. You have all these thoughts. Well, your belief in yourself is at a zero when you do that. And so that is not going to be possible for you to pass belief onto them. There's no way you can actually cultivate, mine, find that belief and push them to say, I can do it, if you don't believe you can do it. So let's push our kids into the deep end and say, you can do it. It's possible. So talk to them not just about their works. you did a great job on this and that, X, Y, and Z, but instead learn about them, discover them, ask the questions, and then really start to understand who they are. The more you understand who they are, the better you're able to push them to greatness. If they tell you, my biggest fear is that people will think I'm pushy, or my biggest fear is that my kids will think that I'm not successful, or my biggest fear is, and people will fill in that blank for you, and you're able to understand what drives them, what motivates them. I think it's so beautiful that we get to understand there's different types of people, and every type of person has had success in Plexus. I love it when some of the diamonds say, I'm an introvert and I'm a diamond, because I think that's so encouraging for so many people who think, I have to be great at conversations. I have to be so good at going on vacations with all these people and talking. And no, it's okay to be an introvert. It's okay to be an extrovert. It's okay to want to go be a speaker in front of all these people. And it's okay to not want to do that. But what I know that we all need to know is that finding out about our people, learning about our people, championing, that's a hard word for me to say, championing our people is an honor, it's valuable. And if you develop the belief that they need, then that will turn that gene on that will push them to success. So start saying, when you get to Hawaii with me, and when we go to convention together, and I cannot wait to see you when you hit senior gold. Start planting those ideas and vision casting. Maybe you're thinking, but Jen, I signed them up as their VIP customers. Like, they're just using the products. Why would I talk to them about that? Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you talk to them about that? Has it been a blessing for you? Has it been exciting for you? Has it been something that you never knew you wanted, but now you know you can't live without? Has Plexus become something that's a gift for you? Let's do that for other people. And when we talk to them about sharing, I do that with the assumption that they will. Do they all? No. But I assume that they will, because I know that that is a gift for them. I don't have any shame in it. I don't have any embarrassment about it. And I do like to speak in the affirmative and say, when you, and not if you, but when you. And I want them to know that the more I learn about them, the more I'd understand how trusted they are by their friends and family. And the more I'd understand how big of a heart they have for people in their life. Or maybe I would find out that there are things that have held them back in the past, and it's time to take a stand. It's time for them to have courage and to be brave. These are the things that we get to do for people. So let me challenge you to do something. This is what I want you to do today. I want you to go to someone that has said yes to you about Plexus. And that person has to have already added at least one person to Plexus. So they have one ambassador underneath them or one VIB customer. So you're going to go to them and you're going to say, I've been thinking about this. And I've been thinking, here are the things that I want you to know that I see in you. This is what I believe about you. And here's another thing. I want to hear all about you. I want to learn about you, because in this Plexus journey together, I want you to know that you matter to me, the whole person. I want to know about your family. I want to know about your fears. I want to know about your dreams. I know you might be thinking, Jen, that seems like a really creepy thing to bring up. Loving people can be a little weird sometimes, but guess what? The gift and the reward of that is enormous. So go to someone on your team that's already added one person, because you know that they're starting to kind of dip their toe in. And I want you to champion for them. Say, I'm just so proud. This is where you celebrate their works. I'm just so proud that you shared with one person. I just think that's amazing that you're willing to do that. But I also want you to know that I believe that you're capable of so much more. When you get to silver, here's what I want to do. And then when we go to convention together, here's what I want to do. That might sound to them like, whoa, 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 slow the horses down. But at the same time, and I'm speaking from experience, because I remember when Suzanne told me all of these things, and I thought, oh, she needs to slow down. Like, I'm not putting on the Plexus t-shirt. Like, I'm just trying to cover the cost of my products right now. But she believed in me, and she never treated me differently. As in her eyes, I felt like she thought I was like a Celeste Gwynn or something. I don't know. She treated me like I was fully capable of doing all the things. And so I just followed that lead. And I did borrow her belief in me until I developed it myself. So I want you to go to that person. Now, if you're someone that's brand new and you don't have anyone underneath of you, then I want you to start thinking about someone in your life that you can practice helping develop belief in. It might be your child. It might be your friend. It might be your husband. God help us all. I'm just kidding. But if you can go and practice these skills of listening more, Express less, listen more. We're helping people to develop their worth, not just their works. This is kind of an abstract concept, but that's my challenge for you. I want you to go and help someone believe in themselves. I want you to practice that. And then I want you to come back after you've watched it or watch this video and done the thing that has challenged you. And I want you to share how that went. I want you to say, I went to my level one. I talked to her about her fears and she shared with me, and I'm just excited that we made that connection. I want you to tell me what you did that helped somebody feel connected and listened to. And I want you to end that conversation with them by saying, hey, I just want you to know that I believe in you. I don't know if I've ever said that before, but I believe in you in the grand scheme. In all ways, I believe in you. And I'm so glad we're connected because of Plexus. And you're not just a customer to me, you're a friend. So go out there and develop belief in people, work on your belief in yourself, and keep watching these Diamonds in December videos because guess what? You can't help but learn from each of these amazing diamonds. And I can't wait for you guys to have amazing results with your business. Thanks again.